Hey everyone, how's it going? Make sure we got all the streams up and running. Alright, we're ready. Let's get to it. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Nikkei, Black Friday, yeah, nothing special. Oh, heck yeah. Okay. I want to see this. Another cosplayer. Brown does 2 cosplayer. Damn. So they just flipped them? Is that what it is? I thought that we were skipping ahead to try and catch up with Japan. I guess not. Yeah. And this? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's actually kind of a bummer. Okay. I don't have to look at this now. I got what I needed to out of it. I wonder how they're going to do some of this stuff. Some of the future banners. Okay. Nothing. Dude, another amazing costume. Oh man, I wish I had this one. Blanc is one of my absolute favorites, but I don't want to do... Like, I don't want to do the costume gacha. Wait, what? Niece is always so freaking hilarious, man. Awesome, now give us this. What is this even from? Okay, so that's a cool skin, and of course, you know, the usual suspects are bitching because they can't, like, uh, you know, use it as their porn substitute. Midnight Whistle? Ooh. Why does that sound so freaking cool? Holy shit, look at this poster. Elmo. Do we get sound? Man, I'm screwed because I kind of want both of these characters. They look amazing. And I don't know if I have the resources for it. Are they just like redoing Breed? Oh, it's a limited. Dude, she looks amazing in this one. What's the point of this, though? Isn't there, like, some type of limited... Like, for these limiteds that they always do during Christmas time, like, usually there's, like, a theme to it, but it doesn't feel like there's one here. Okay. Winter Sweets. I need to see them in action. I skipped last year's. Okay, we've already gone full day through. Let's jump into Epic 7. Take care of Guild Wars, and then we're going to get back into the story. And I don't know how long I'm going to be able to play today. Our Thanksgiving is today. And like I'm cooking a bunch of stuff, so I gotta take care of it.
Did you want to see me?
Ooh, 5 days? Every buff, basically? Okay. I gotta make sure to burn it all. Burn through all the stamina and whatnot today.
Come back soon.
We got free temples. That's okay, I don't ever get anything from free temples anymore. Alright. Let's get into the Guild Wars. Yeah, I figured we probably would win that one. Who made this? I don't even know whose feet this is. Is there anyone in the game that's that? I don't think there's anyone in the game that has feet that black. Unless it's supposed to be like leggings. But then why would the toes? I don't know. That's pretty funny. Alright. They have 0. I wonder if they even play. It's possible they don't. Oh, yeah. They haven't. They've barely touched this. Okay. This one, this team's fine. For this one, we want to go with, we're gonna want to go with Young Senya, Mort, and just grab free run.
Ballsy, aren't we? Come on! What's even the point in struggling? Come on, impress me. What a walk in the park this is. Huh? Did you come to see me? Are you listening? It's a requiem in your memory. A jellyfish. From life into death. And death into life anew.
Everything in Felicia is under my control.
Dare know your place!
Okay.
All your foolish choices have led you to despair.
I will lend you my strength.
Now, Valencia, teach those baddies a lesson!
Okay.
Wait a moment, it's snack time!
Shall we test
Done.
fate?
Take away the bodies.
Brace yourself for a rare spectacle.
Alright, one down. Two different ones here. This one's probably easier. Let's go for this one. Keep the same team here. And then down here, Pyrrha, keep free run in there, but give us a Miki.
Forgetting something?
How fast is it? 4% below me. So, like, let's see, 30.6 divided by 2, 15 below. It's like 295-ish. Pyrrha.
Time to face the consequences! Consider this an honor. Turning to cowardly tricks? Too bad, because I'm... I'll prove my love to you. That twilight glimmer. Is that the color of your passing? Can you keep up with me?
Okay, and DJB is another 15 below that. The Cid must be not geared. So DJB is at like 275-ish.
Even if it's a hunk of junk, I'll bring it roaring back to life. Need someone to ride with?
派手にやると怒られるかな。嫌なことは
Zortarak. A total steal. No need to rejoice about the obvious.
Wait, nope. Go here. Approximately 295 Pura. Approximately 275 DJB. Ungeared Sid. Okay, move here. This one. What's the other one? Why didn't he choose this one? I'm choosing this one. Maybe I'm insane for choosing this one, but this just seems better. We're gonna do this one. I haven't been able to use this in a long time. That's kind of dangerous though. Scratch that. We're gonna go with Lady of the Scales. Empyrean Ilanov. And Raz. This one down here though. Keep. No, let's give it a shot, okay? We'll keep a Miki in here, and you. We'll just keep this team.
You still have time to submit. Born of thy wretched sacrifice, may rapture flourish the world.
Is it time?
Soulburn.
Deliverance is inevitable. Trust me. This is my mission. And your fate.
Like I promised. I'll stand by Till death do us part.
I'm still standing.
I will cut you all down.
Let my guard down.
Hear my voice.
Let's go ahead and proc that.
Promises
Good
of
one.
this spear will not be forgotten. With a steadfast resolve, we can secure our victory.
I'm still standing.
Your defiance amounts to nothing. Huh.
I'm still
So
standing.
you've chosen to defy a god. Surrender!
There's no mercy.
Back that.
Let my guard down.
Flame,
Let my guard down. By Disha's will.
not surrender. I was careless.
Your attitude. How irreverent. Kneel.
Oh my gosh, how much health does she have?
Shall we end this?
That's so lame, man.
You had your chance to repent. I'm still standing. Is it time? Quite slow.
So you've chosen to defy a god. Unworthy soul. Let your death burgeon this land.
I will not give in to despair.
There's no mercy. There was never a place for you to belong in this world.
You outlived your usefulness. Now rest in peace.
Should I show you my secret weapon? It's not my fault if you get hurt.
Whatever you got, bring it. There's no looking back.
I shouldn't have sold her.
Let my guard down. What are you doing? Let my guard down.
Shall we give it a test run? Looks like you still got it.
Have you no shame? With me backing you up, losing ain't an option. How's Orte holding up?
仕方ないね。相手するよ。ジュドラフィルム。言っておくけど私強いよ。ふっ。Sorry。これでどう？
I'm going first.
Cool. Clean.
A total steal. No need to rejoice about the obvious.
Counter. Ilanov. Counter. Okay. Nothing else that I can think of. Alright. That's it. Pretty easy for today. We'll see if we make it through. Okay. be sure to grind some of this later. But for now, let's head back to Reverse 1999.
As expected, the calculations show that differences in form don't change the essence of the cave. Just as the shifting of shadows doesn't alter the nature of things. Recently, I've noticed that your post-wake-up bed lounging time is nearing 0. Now that you've freed up your mornings, I'd be delighted.
Alright. Here we go.
I'm thinking.
This story was really interesting yesterday, so.
Look at these boys. They left home with puffed chests and confident smiles on their faces. Thinking they'd go to the front, pull a few triggers, kill a few enemies, and come back as heroes. But when their feet hit the soil, they turned pacifist, it seems, wounding their own hands rather than their enemies.
Oh, talking about the deserters.
Their mothers should have begged them to stay, not waved their handkerchiefs to see them off. Really? You think death is the only option? What could possibly be the point in that? Don't tell me you believe there's glory in dying on the battlefield. The thought makes me sick. Look there, at the lifeless body laid flat in the mud. He couldn't even muster the courage to flee, so he bribed a fellow soldier, a man he barely knew, with 3 cigarettes to surrender with him. He died, killed in a moment of pure, senseless hatred. And the other lived, saved by a flicker of mercy. Where should his mother aim her grief? At the officer who changed his mind just a moment too late? The officer will be pardoned. They'll say he, too, was a victim of this endless, miserable cycle of hatred. So tell me, please tell me, to whom this rage should go, and I will take this kitchen knife and plunge it into their heart.
Don't worry so much, pal. We'll find glory on the battlefield. No man can stop us as long as we stick together. Come on, let's join the war and prove ourselves to Herr Mühlenberger. Think how proud your parents will be. Their son, a war hero. Eberhard! Verdammt! Where's Dietrich? He and Becker are dead. Grab that gun. We need to go. Move! Do you think we'll win, Paul?
I don't know, mein Freund. I think I just want to go home.
Dietrich, Bethke, Elvin. What did they die for if we just give up? Hang in there, Paul. The only way to make their sacrifice count is to win. We promised we'd go home together. Paul! Paul!
Major, the past is in the past. You can't change anything by letting yourself be overcome by sorrow. Don't forget that victory is the only thing that matters, and we can give it to you.
Give it to me? How?
I'll make you a true hero, one without fear or hesitation.
That's the Manus dude who's manipulating?
You're awake.
Paul? My head. It hurts. Where are you taking me?
Mon père, the Foundation may have some cure for the spell you have fallen under.
No. No.
He looks around, searching for something to brace against. Eventually finding the ground, he takes off his hat and scratches his straw-like golden hair. Struggles to adjust to his surroundings, take a long time to find focus.
I... Gott im Himmel. What did I do?
He still can't find his breath, each gasp of air only making the choking sensation worse.
That deserter. I ordered Rudolph to pull the trigger, but I was the one who killed him.
The other lives. Eri saw to that.
He wasn't the only one. So many have died. And I was the one that sent them to their death.
Eberhard lowers his head, holding his gaze at a small patch of soil beneath him. Charon watches him, adjusting his dark cloak.
Do you remember, Paul? There was a poem. Like Goethe... No, Schiller, maybe. Ah... Those days at school feel like a fairy tale now. Herr Mühlenberger asked you and Dietrich to write it out on the blackboard. You two didn't even know where to start. I remember, I thought he was going to snap you both in two. Just a few months later, we were here. Dietrich died that very first day. Do you remember how we cried that night? We thought it would be the saddest day of our lives. We ran out of tears before anything else. Mir ist kalt, Paul.
Die Angst kehrt zurück.
A fear
Halte
long
sie fest.
absent is growing
Sie wird
inside
dich
you
wärmen.
again. Hold on to it. You'll warm up. Eberhard clenches his teeth and braces himself.
This is the place you found, isn't it? Where Franz was buried.
He lies below us.
There are so many graves. But I am still alive. Why, Paul? Why am I not lying among them?
The living speak of luck. The rest are silent.
The answer doesn't satisfy, but the lone survivor cannot find any question. After a long silence, he speaks again.
I wish I could forget it all now. If I didn't know what happened, I wouldn't... No. No, it's not right for me to ask that. But I'm still alive. Is there anything I can do for them?
That isn't a question for the dead. I can't tell you what to do, Eberhard.
Eberhard reaches into his coat pocket, but finds it empty. He stifles a helpless grunt.
You mentioned Manus Vindicte.
You remember?
What about the Foundation? You talked to them too, right? Do you really think they can stop this war?
They pursue peace, but it cannot be found by their efforts alone.
He turns from the hill to the woods. Through the thicket and further lies the town of Montpay. Eberhard closes his eyes and waits for his thoughts to settle.
Come on. Let's go see Montpay again. I was about to pay a visit to Herr Mühlenberger when someone from Army Command said the colonel wanted to see me. I was taken to a meeting room with many other officers. I recognized them. I knew many had just been promoted like me. Colonel Hirschfelder showed up to give us a speech. Yeah. The same colonel who was assassinated after the parley. The time has come when our nation calls for heroes, he said. With our foremost goal to create a prosperous new world for our children. We have fought valiantly, and now the war turns in our favor. We stand but one step away from total victory, yet it is at this very moment that our soldiers have lost their courage. They waste their time looting every barn, cellar, and shed in search of treasure, and drink to numb their fears, delaying our operations. Their greed and cowardice have spread through our army like a malignant tumor. Fortunately, we have found a cure. An organization that believes in the promise of our victory has provided us with an extraordinary development. That's all I remember. I don't have a mind for technology, but it just washed the fear off me. Thinking about it now, we must have been like lab rats to them. As soon as they finished their ritual, we became so sure of our victory that we began yelling and singing as one. We were just fresh-faced boys again, thirsty for a war we'd forgotten.
The hiss of the static echoes through the spacious room, then fades.
I think that's enough for now. That was a recording from a German major we encountered in Montpay. I intend to submit a report with full details, including his entire statement and an explanation for our inquiries.
The head of the frontline investigation quiets, awaiting further instructions from the decision makers at the rear.
Manus Vindicta is moving quicker than any of us could have imagined.
But none of this makes sense.
Pedro had returned from the front, still shaking from the assassination attempt.
If they came to this era at the same time as we did, how could they have already infiltrated the military higher-ups in such a short time?
We've already theorized that Arcana may now possess the power to rewrite history. Which means going forward, any records from history as we once knew it will be unreliable for estimating their strengths.
Pedro falls into a heavy silence.
Pedro, what were the other representatives' opinions concerning Manus Vindicta?
They all denied its existence.
I see. It seems as though we're left with no other option but to change policies.
No, we can't resort to such radical measures.
The Dove's representative states his position in advance.
The Foundation risks alienating any potential allies if we act too aggressively now. This war will not be the end of our fight. We will need to rely on their cooperation in the future. And that requires trust and a sense of security.
On the subject of governments, I have some news to report.
Kratos' voice resurfaces in the conference hall.
A man of the Interfactional Committee paid a secret visit to Morpeth, hoping to obtain intel about the Manus.
A secret visit?
As a fellow politician, Pedro immediately grasps the true intent behind their visit.
What did they say? Do they intend to use our intel against the heads of their army command?
You've guessed it. If their government manages to rein in the army, it'll be much easier to reach a ceasefire.
But if anyone were to find out, we might be accused of interfering in their internal affairs. Have you considered that, Kratos?
Officially, the Foundation never made any contact with their government. All I did was have a candid conversation with a man about my concerns for his people.
He stresses one key detail.
At any rate, they haven't any reason to expose their cooperation with us.
There are simply too many uncertainties to consider.
The politician, accustomed to checks and balances, catches the implication of a factional dispute.
History will only be restored to its rightful track if the peaceful factions on each side can rise to power and stop this war. This has been our goal from the beginning. It doesn't matter which era we end up in. We always benefit from a political climate that is friendly to the Foundation. That's undeniable. What do you think, Pedro?
He removes his glasses and rubs his eyes.
I might be able to persuade some of the other committee members to support this proposal. If we're certain of this course of action, then we'll have to provide intel to those seeking peace, in all governments involved.
Good. No faction should put their own goals above those of the Foundation's. We'll need more to verify that Major's statement. Send investigators to search other regions and report everything they see. Kratos, continue your investigation. Follow every possible lead.
Understood. We'll dig up whatever they have buried.
Night falls and creatures stir. Not far away, there is another shadow hiding in the forest under the cover of night. Perhaps he would be taken for a withered tree trunk. But gargoyles belong to the night. They recognize one another with ease in the
Un homme est
dimness.
proclamé coupable, et pour cela
A man is
condamné à
proclaimed
mort.
guilty, and for
Près
this
même
he is
de la
condemned
justice
to
d'un
death.
procès.
Denied even the
Son
justice of the trial,
exécution
his
est survenue
execution
tel
came
enfant,
as a
le
wind.
réduisant au
Silencing
silence
him
avant
here,
qu'il ait pu
he might
prononcer
utter a
un mot de
word of
repentir.
repentance.
Et c'est cela que tu
And this
appelles la
thou
justice?
wouldst call righteousness?
Leave me be, Ladislas.
She shrugs the heavy question off.
Hast thou reflected on thine actions? Meeting eye for eye and tooth for tooth. Is it justice or vengeance still?
Do you think so little of me that I would call it justice, even were it not so? Blame me then, cousin. Damn and condemn me. I care not.
Never would I damn thee, cousin. For it is thy soul for which I am most concerned. I fear it doth wither with every act of malice. Hark and listen well. Dost thou forget the nature of our unholy ancestry? We art the kin of demons. 1,000 years hence, and their malevolence yet floweth thickened in our veins. And their whispers pricketh still our ears in the silence.
Then answer me this question, dear cousin. You stand before the scales of a balance. On one pan, the lives of 10 men. And on the other, 100. If you had the power to shift its weight to save the many, would you?
A question that is heavy laced with blasphemies. Hast thou already bent thine ear to the devil's lies?
Answer me, cousin. Elsewise, there is nothing more that needs to be said. Silence? Are you truly so naive? The scales are laying far heavier for those in the throes of war.
Ladislas furrows his brow
Yet
and
you have
lowers
not
his
even
head,
the courage to
motioning
answer
the
a
words
simple
of prayer.
question.
Silence, are
afraid
you
you will
truly
seek
so
in your
naive?
weakness
The
for
scales are
virtue.
laying far heavier for those in the throes of war. Yet you have not even the courage to answer a simple question. I am afraid you have mistaken your weakness for virtue.
Go back to the monastery, Ladislas. This is war. Red in tooth and claw. And your hot proofs too quick to kindle.
Ladislas vanishes into the dark with a sigh, his form melting into the night. The gargoyle soldier leans against a tree for a brief rest. In the crook of his branches, she begins to slowly turn to stone.
You are again at odds, it seems.
A voice rings in her ears. It speaks without a source, coming from neither place nor
It was not
person.
a battle, I thought.
Our cousin is more learned than either of we two, but he lacks in courage compared to thee, most daring of us all.
I do not deny his learnedness. But there are neither letters nor prose that might aid my mission.
Thou burnest too short a wick, and the flames of perdition rise to meet thee. I fear for thee, Marie, that thou go forth to a battle that will consume thee, whether in defeat or in triumph. Marcel, Antoine, and Yvonne, they once promised to return as thou didst. Yet they fell all the same, each after the last. Yvonne was taken before she had even tasted battle.
Let remorse consume me if it must. But God willing, I will see the end of this war first. Ere then, the fear of regret will not stay me. Not now. And perhaps, on that day when peace finally comes, he will return to us.
The voice vanishes into the night's breeze. She would not hear it again this night. She shakes off the scales of stone and resumes the march toward her next lead. Paravan lays out a local strategic map on the table. Paravian lays out a local strategic map over the table. Craze picks up a handful of bullets, placing the first on Monpei.
Major Brown was able to recall some of the locations that may have been used by the Manus. His coordinates aren't what anyone would call precise, so we'd best start searching ASAP. Chester, you'll take the forest. Casper will be expecting you on the edge.
On it.
Camilla, Lee, you'll search from here and move along the river.
We'll get it done, sir.
Each new order is marked by another round placed upright on the table.
Charles, Amanda, you're on Hill 299. You'll need to cross no man's land to get there. Make sure you establish your identity with both sides in advance to avoid friendly fire.
Understood.
The crowded route empties order by order, bullet by bullet, until only the last round remains.
Paravian.
Yes, sir.
I want you on this village. Take Marsha with you. She's a skilled combatant as well as a medic. You can count on each other.
Yes, sir.
What was the hesitance for? Paravian exits, leaving one person remaining without orders. The young soldier locks eyes with her superior, an unspoken relief written on her face.
So, does that mean I'll remain on standby in Monpei?
Hey! The guard that guarded Ulrich. Nice!
Yes. I need someone coordinating the defense of this town should the Manus attack.
Oh.
Relief turns into dread.
Is this it?
I believe so. Let's get on with it.
Village around them still carries signs of lush wilderness and gentle fields, a place of abundance and safety once.
Watch my six.
The two draw weapons and enter from the side. The investigators are not stopped in any way, and if they hadn't been instructed to do so, they would have just treated this place as another forgotten remnant of better days.
This place is empty. It's heartbreaking to see it so quiet.
We're ahead of schedule. Let's start by checking the houses one by one.
Good. Find anything?
Only some letters I can't read. I guess they didn't have time to post them before they left.
There were some small arms in the basement. All of them older models and rusty. The ammo was damp.
Marsha holds her gaze on an empty warehouse.
This place had to have been looted more than a few times. The only valuables left are the ones too heavy to move.
So basically there's nothing here. What do the Manus want it for?
She shakes her head in frustration.
I was rushed through the investigator training before being sent to Monpei. It's possible I missed something.
The young man tries to console her, but his smile is stiff.
Don't worry, you're doing fine. Mr. Craeus always says training is no match for experience. Blackbird is a prime example. I mean, Meryl. You met her back in Monpei. She's been through all the training the Foundation could throw at her, but she still isn't ready for the battlefield. I probably shouldn't say, but she nearly went mental during the Antarctic operation.
The battlefield is crueler than ordinary people can imagine. A few weeks of military training just isn't enough.
Paravian follows the topic and broaches a question he's long been holding back.
So, what's your deal? I know you came from some order with special arcane training. You can freeze your fear and pain, emotional stuff during battle until you feel safe. I only skimmed through the briefing. Is that right?
It's more complicated than that. But I'm not sure I'd like to get into it now.
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
No need to apologize. Just... do you think we missed anything?
Well, let's take a minute. What could they even possibly hide here? Arms? Chemical weapons? Secret files? Or gear smuggled back from the future?
I don't know much about management dictate or the future.
There's a sudden ear-splitting pop, followed by a thundering explosion and rocks splatter across her armor.
Armored vehicle, 200 meters northwest of the village. Take cover!
Interesting. They just like straight up open fire on.
Program activated.
To the left. To the right. Regaining control.
It will be over before you feel it. Wait for into the...
Charging.
Liberato dal fratello. You'll see it coming. Addio, straniero. You'll see it coming.
Target confirmed.
To the left.
Wait for...
Loading.
Regaining control
Liberato
of our
dalla
body.
paura.
The light that illuminates all.
Che la morte ti dia la pace che cercavi. Requiescat in pace.
I'm afraid I only have turnip stew to serve you. I will add a few sausage scraps to your bowl, however. Here. Now go. It's best you leave before another battle breaks out. Is there something else you want from me? You know what? Since you're so fond of visiting, take the chair you're sitting on. Even through the coldest winters, that chair was spared the fire. Perhaps it was meant for you. Right. Since you insist on staying, I will go to the market and see what I can find. Sit here for a while longer if you like. Prepare for a lifelong stay, even. With any luck, this place will become your grave by the time the next farce ends.
Probably not. I believe farce she's talking about wars. Thick, acrid smoke billows from the wreckage of the armored vehicle. Marsha braces herself on a pile of debris, all at once letting herself feel the sharp tearing pain in her shoulder.
It's over. Someone helped us. Parabian, are you alright?
She looks across the road. Just ahead, the young man is pinned under a heavy beam.
Stay put, Marsha. You're bleeding. I can get myself out.
Paravian strains with all his strength, but can't move the timber an inch.
We're all clear. Let me help you.
Don't fuss over me. It's just a bit of wood. You need to stay put. Your head and shoulder are bleeding.
What? Am I hurt?
Marcia staggers to her feet.
I'm feeling faint.
She's lost a lot of blood. She reaches for the top of her head.
Seems you're right. I'm bleeding profusely from several wounds. That's what I get for suppressing all my pain. So, just a little shrapnel. Nothing too serious.
Treat your wounds first, Marcia.
Understood.
She leans back on a pile of fallen bricks, her head swaying until it slumps.
I'll be alright. I just need a little rest. Huh?
Her gaze lifts up to a pair of boots. Then the sizable barrel of an anti-tank rifle. She looks up.
You, again.
She struggles to her feet.
Sit.
Her legs buckle, leaving her braced up against the debris.
You saved us. Thank you.
What brought you here?
Collecting intel on Manus Vindictae.
Have you no reckoning on the danger in this place?
Marcia shakes her head.
Imbecile. You might well have breathed your last in that battle.
Let go!
Huh?
Who's out there?
Sentinel turns, spotting a figure emerging from the armored vehicle's smoking shell.
Let me go! You're gonna get me killed!
At his feet lies a wounded soldier in the same black uniform.
Sterling, please!
The wounded man's cries are cut short. Sterling turns two maniac bloodshot eyes toward the advancing sniper. A bullet strikes the gargoyle clean through her abdomen, but it draws no blood. Instead, chips of stony debris fall out from the wound.
You goddamn monster!
The man's eyes go wider still as he turns to flee. She does not give chase. She walks to Paravian and lifts the beam from his body.
Base, who are you? Are you with the Foundation?
The young man finds his answer in her grim and stony face.
Stay here and tend to your comrade. I will tend to our enemies.
Are we the only ones left? Where's Colton? Dead! Now get the lead out and run! She's coming at us! She's coming! Shoot her, Eugen! Shoot her! I can't see her. Where are we running? Look! There's an old mill ahead. We'll regroup there to intercept her. Keep running, you idiot! I see her now. She's there. Die! You idiot! My hand!
An old windmill lies just ahead, refuge in his panicked mind.
For the wicked flee, and I pursueth.
Another bullet strikes her shoulder and glances off in another spray of stone.
Why won't you die, you devil?
A devil, you call me? What are you, then?
What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
You who discord between nations and plot schemes for the undoing of man. Who then is your master?
She steps closer.
For if you do the devil's work, are you not a devil like me? J'ai pitié de vous. Repent and you may yet find mercy in the judgment of the Lord.
And now art thou cursed from the earth.
What the hell do you want? Back off!
Dude, look how cool this is. They actually had a I don't know if this is like an image of an actual like canvas painting or whatnot. It looks so cool.
Darling, isn't it? You need not fear me. You still have time.
Which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Repent and you may yet be saved. Speak.
What are you talking about? What do you want from me?
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
The soldier tumbles to the ground. As he scrambles, he launches into a desperate prayer.
Answer me. For what purpose does Manus Vindicte drive the world to war and ruin?
Mother of Resurrection. The Guiding One.
The prayer follows a pattern she knows by heart, yet the name he speaks is strange.
Please have mercy on your humble servant. I pray for a miracle, a ladder into your eternal kingdom.
What's the first thing? Is it Mother of Resurrection, the Guiding One? Is that Arcana?
I hereby offer my life to you. Please save me from desperation and take me to the Golden Era.
A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
He saves the last bullet for himself.
A blasphemer to the end.
Miss Sentinel? Miss Sentinel!
Is this Sentinel meeting Crius? Fix bayonets for victory, charge. Damn, their cavalry's returned. You're from the Arcane Support Company. Get in there. That's too late.
Je préfère pour vous.
Who is that?
Merde. Those accursed knights.
Okay.
Calm yourself, Marianne. Steady your breathing. You need not panic. This will not be the end of you. Dargate locks down. I have seen to the heart of you. The enemies of peace. Now is the time for repentance. My sight shall unveil the hidden. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. Don't waste your time. A sure hit. A worthy victory. But the fight is far from over.
She can't remember how she did it. Perhaps her enemies were as exhausted as she was, or perhaps it was just devil's luck. Struggling, fighting purely by instinct, she holds her heavily armored foe at bay. Time crawls to a standstill. Her bayonet is stopped mere centimeters from her foe's throat
Dost thou
by
recall
two
when once, in our youth, we fought over an
armored
apple tree?
fists. Dost thou recall when once in our youth we fought over an apple tree?
Lâche-moi!
Let go of me. No, damn it.
Thou wish to cut its wood and make us a fire to roast a chicken. But I rebuke thee, for I believed the tree would bear fruit, and it would be the sweeter bounty of the two. Thou didst find a bush with overripened berries and hurled them at me, crying that they should serve as my supper, while the chicken would be for thee alone. And I retaliated in kind.
But
ere long, we were painted red with juice. What a bloody melee we fight, we laughed as we laid down our arms. What fun we had that day.
Non. Je ne veux pas.
No, I don't want
But
to.
the battle thou fightest now shall not end in the gentle smears of red berries. What drives humanity to war? Could it be so different from what drove us to it beneath that apple tree? I dare not imagine how a slaughter that has claimed the lives of millions could be waged for so small a cause. That we should be brought to bloodshed driven only by the fear of those whom we were taught to despise. What immortal hand or eye could frame the cause behind these deadly ends? Thou art more courageous than I, Marie. Never hast thou doubted thy conviction. So tell me, I pray, is there some purpose in the war they now fight?
Probably not.
For I see no divine meaning to be found in this killing and dying.
Small caliber rounds pose no real threat to her rocky exterior, but that does little to reduce the pain, and healing comes slowly.
Agnes?
No response. That was expected, but what she had not expected was the next voice.
Who's Agnes?
She matters not. But what brings you here?
I'm taking you somewhere safe. Paravian, that young man who came with me, is back at the village. He'll continue with our search. Before you ask, I'm doing fine. Like you, I'm made of sterner stuff.
She rotates her arm, looking as if her wounds had all but disappeared.
I checked over your wounds, but I have no earthly idea what to do with this gravel. I know how to treat flesh, not stone. But that wound won't be a problem for you, will it?
No.
Her physical pain is bearable, but the lingering echoes of her nightmare cause her to grit her teeth.
Were you dreaming? Seemed like a nightmare.
She locks her stare forward in a way. There's a field dressing for the wounds that truly pain her.
I don't know if this will help.
is field dressing for the wounds. Is that true? She removes her gloves. It's a brisk and almost tender motion, revealing deep slashing cuts across her palms.
Could it be? Are you...
I am. But that battle is long over. You and I are no longer enemies.
The howls of their deadly melee still ring in her ears.
It was a senseless fight. I hurt you.
Oi. So she was the girl, the knight from that story? Interesting.
It wasn't your fault. In fact, I thank you for it. They thought I died fighting you. I used that as my opportunity to leave.
And then she
For
joined
some
the
time
Foundation.
after that, I was with an international rescue team. We came under attack by the Manus for our efforts, but the Foundation intervened.
Wait. Then you remember me?
Marcia nods, a gentle, graceful motion carrying the reassurance of a doctor at her patient's bedside.
And you didn't. I was wearing a helmet. But you don't have a face one forgets.
Marianne.
Oh, that's your name. Marie-Anne. It's lovely.
She repeats it, stressing the syllables as if to remember it.
Tell me then, what do you know about Manus Vindictae?
They are a secret organization open to only pure-blooded arcanists. Simply put, their goal is to cause as much chaos as possible and eventually destroy all of human society.
And this Mother of Resurrection is like a god to them.
Their leader, yeah.
Something like that, yes. She died once, but they managed to resurrect her through some awful ritual.
A resurrected madwoman?
Her disdain curdles into hatred, fingers clench like she's trying to crush something in midair.
Then she is a false prophet. An imposture of the true resurrection.
Yeah, well spoken. Marcia seizes the opportunity to move to her side.
The war between the Foundation and Manus Vindictae has lasted ages, longer even than this war. You and the Foundation share the same goals, and the intelligence you gathered may prove crucial for us. If you would be willing to share it, we may be able to reach a truce sooner. So please, mull it over.
Okay. Sentinel bows her head, giving her rifle a rough once-over. She wipes away some of the blood and dirt that cakes the receiver, then one by one slots new rounds into its magazine.
My search into Manus Vindictae began at the turn of 1918. Their documents, personal belongings, letters. I sought and scrounged for every clue that might be found.
Man, she's been at it for a while.
From these, I learned of their mission, to prolong this bloodshed, supplying both sides with arms of dreadful artifice. Then, as now, I still do not understand why.
Okay.
I brought my evidence before the powers of my nation, but they cared not. So I spoke out against them, still hoping they might awaken to this madness. But my words went unheeded. Worse, they turned against me, hiding even the very name of Manus Vindictae from all their publications and letters. There is no longer any truth in the words they print. Only lies, meant to stir the pride of youth to deadly, pointless slaughter. Youths who were but children when the war began.
That is why I have turned to this. To killing the ones who incited this war. It was the only choice I had left.
Okay.
Perhaps it has all been for naught. But at least I have put deeds to words. What has the Foundation done?
Good point. The accusation forces her into a stammering defense.
We have done more than you know, but I'm not authorized to tell you.
Sheep
You
answer.
expect me to offer all I know to you, yet still withhold your trust.
I'm sorry. No, I suppose that isn't fair of us. If there's anything we can offer in exchange to make a deal, I'll...
But her efforts lose steam.
I'll try my best to honor it, but I can't guarantee anything.
A cold breeze cuts the stillness between them. Sentinel lets out a slow and labored breath.
I will give nothing to the Foundation. Neither freely nor for any bargain.
Ooh.
But you, Marcia, you have my trust.
Marsha lights up at her patient's declaration.
Follow me.
Oh, of course.
That's actually kind of cool. Interesting. I don't know. One of those guys looks like the German dude.
An armored vehicle?
The driver was a Manus. They're not just supplying the war anymore.
There's a pause before the Hawks leader speaks to the receiver.
What do you think that means, Kreis?
Both sides are gathered in the same room, listening to the reports from the front lines. Kreis lets out a soft, rueful chuckle, though he does not let it betray the seriousness of his words.
Huh. That the Manus have decided to build themselves an army.
That seems likely. In that case, we must prepare immediately for a response. Xeno's main force is still at the eastern front. They won't be able to reinforce us if anything happens here. The Foundation will need an army of its own. That's completely irresponsible.
A calm voice cuts through the speculation.
It will only increase the tension on this front, and it directly violates our peace policy. Manus Vindicte takes in only pure-blooded arcanists. That doesn't make for a large recruitment pool. It won't be much of an army, really. To say nothing of the fact that they lack the organization or discipline that is needed for a true large-scale military operation. Armies need human leadership. You forgot to take Arcana into consideration, Petra. You don't know what she can do to her followers with her new power. Whatever the case, we cannot take anything for granted. The Foundation will need the strength to defend itself from future attacks by the Manus. If we act quickly, we may even get ahead of things. I'd like to see what the committee will think of this plan. I hope they'll have a better grasp of the consequences. You're not seeing the board, Petra.
The communicator struggles to transmit the two leaders' heated exchange. Kreis, on the other end, stays quiet, professional, obedient. Before long, the mediator takes over the line.
We can't rule out the possibility of a large-scale conflict. However, the committee will maintain its peace policy until we have reliable evidence.
And if the worst happens?
Then we'll do what we must to survive, even if that means igniting a worldwide war.
We have arrived.
I see.
The glow of arcane skills fades as they approach, revealing their hidden sanctuary. It is, or was, an abbey, appropriately gothic, with ornate stone walls rising up to meet the air, its dome
This
long collapse.
monastery. It's not an arcane creation, is it?
No. It has only been enchanted with our arcane skill, Carthusian. Beneath its protection, those that dwell here will go unnoticed by any who pass near.
It's like Harry Potter shit. A gargoyle dressed in friar's robes walks barefoot on the grass. He looks up from his book to meet the new arrivals.
Greetings. I'm Marcia, investigator of the St. Pablo Foundation.
The friar nods, offering a smile soft and friendly, then extends a finger and presses it to his lips.
Oh, I see. Have you made a vow of silence?
Crop, crop. The sound of breaking rock draws her eyes away.
Huh?
Beneath a broken, narrow window, a stone statue of a woman begins to stir, its surface softening into flesh. Her face is marked by twisted sorrow as she walks towards the sentinel with an exaggerated gait.
Marie, mon petit chou, the rest return to us again. But oh, child, thou needs rest.
She just pulls Marianne into a tight embrace and plants a series of deep kisses on her cheeks. Sentinel endures the affection with as much grit as she did the bullets.
And this is a friend?
The woman turns to Marcia, her eyes now pooling with greater sadness.
Oh, poor child.
The hug comes too quick to dodge and too sturdy to resist, pulling Marcia into a breathtaking embrace. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. The smothering hospitality at last abates, and Marcia takes a deep breath of fresh air, taking in the pleasant scent of grass and wildflowers.
Our Marie has never been tireless in her toils. 'Tis a shame that she never permits us to aid her. Am I truly too aged to be of service? Oh, but perhaps my age has eclipsed my wisdom, for I have thus far been an unwelcoming host. Allow me to brew you some tea.
She leaves with singular purpose and surprising speed.
My aunt is a gentle soul. She came by here 1 year ago, not fearing the danger, saying she must take care of everyone left in the family. That old lump of stone that greeted us came here to take refuge with his brother after they were injured last year.
She hangs her head with resignation.
Only a small number of my kind dwell here. Many of us remain divided by the war. Enjoy my aunt's hospitality. I shall go now to collect what you seek.
I'll be here then. Hold on.
She lets herself relax only a moment before noticing the stone-faced gargoyles that look down at her from a dozen perches. A thought crawls under her skin.
Bonjour?
Hello? She spins around in place, meeting the unblinking eyes of each statue, stopping on the figure of a young girl. The girl's hands cover her face in a mournful pose, the silent tragedy of an endless moment of loss.
This is...
Why hath my cousin brought you here?
A voice calls out behind her, rigid and almost rude. A tall, gaunt monk stands in the courtyard.
You are not one of us. You are a bringer of war in our house of peace. What does your foundation seek from our quiet holes?
Okay, dick. There's accusation in the gravelly tone of his voice.
You misunderstand. The Foundation isn't bringing war. We're trying to end it.
This war is neither yours nor ours to end.
What are you saying?
The monk falls silent, as if debating whether his next words are worth the effort. His face contorts, becoming an exaggeration of self-righteousness.
It has come as a divine punishment for the faithless who have turned from God. Its end will come only with the extinction of civilization.
Okay.
Sounds like you want everyone, humans and Arcanists alike, to suffer and die.
You twist my words, Chevalier. I do not seek this end, this path of suffering, out of hatred for humanity. No, I do so because I pray fervently for their deliverance. But deliverance waits for the last edifices of this sinful world to crumble. When the faithless nations, as a fire consuming its last embers, burn themselves to ash. Soon, the artifices of modernity, their factories of war and death, will crumble, as Babel before them had, their lies of advancement and revolution dying with them. We must return to the innocence of the past, as Nineveh did, heeding the word of God.
Assez, cousin.
Enough, cousin. The rebuke breaks his rhythm. Sentinel steps between Marcia and Ladislas, forcing her cousin to take a step away.
Tes prophéties ont empêché notre invité de
Your
prendre son
prophecies
thé.
have kept our guest from her tea. Sentinel turns and hands Marcia a heavy canvas military bag.
Are you able to lift it?
No problem. I can handle it.
Ladislas watches the exchange with abject curiosity.
Marianne, n'est-elle pas issue de la fondation que tu dis dépourvue de volonté pour mettre fin à cette
Marianne,
guerre?
is she not the very
Quel effort
foundation
poursuis-tu
thou
donc à
sayest lacketh the will to end this war? What fruitless endeavor doth thou no pursue?
C'est une amie, Ladislas.
She's my friend,
Je lui
Ladislas.
accorde la
I shall grant
liberté
her
de
the
venir
freedom
et
to come
partir
and go
ici
from
comme
here
elle
as
veut.
she wills.
Mais elle n'est pas...
But she is not a...
C'est mon droit de le faire.
It is
n'est-ce
my
pas?
right to do this, is it not?
Oui.
Yes. He lowers his head without a protest. Sentinel turns from her kin back to Marcia, who is taken by now...
You will find here all that I've collected since 1918. Most useful to you may be a list of those in each military who have made contact with the Manus.
Sentinel turns from her kin back to Marcia, who has by now taken several steps away. Okay. You will find here all that I've collected since 1918. Most useful to you may be a list of all of those in each military who have made contact with the Manus.
Take them from here to your foundation, and make of them what you will. I hope they will serve you better than they did me.
Okay.
I will. Thank you.
Marcia seems more than eager to retreat. Aunt Madeline stands at the foot of the stone pillar, tea in hand, and nods in self-reproach. The courtyard falls still. Ladislas breaks his silence with a withering glare.
Cousin, why hast thou concerned thyself with the affairs of this sinful world? We are involved now at our peril.
Even if this war was, as you believe, a divine punishment, the people have suffered enough.
Ont-ils donc souffert? Je ne
Have
vois
they?
que des cendres
I
et
see
nul
no
sac de
sackcloth,
pénitence.
only ashes. He motions to the weeping girl tucked in the sanctuary niche.
Hast thou learned nothing from our chère Agnes?
Leave her out of this.
It was she who prophesied this war.
He drags up the memory with a sharp intention.
And whose body turned to stone as it came to pass. Was she not the closest of us all to the ear of our Lord? Then I can see only one reason for her sacrifice. It is a warning to us.
Tell me, if that is so, why God would choose such a warning?
Revelation and prophecy oft appear inscrutable to those that disbelieve them, until their truth is made manifest.
Ladislas's voice trembles, a practiced tension of humility and pride.
Mais je crois, et je vois clairement ce que tu ne vois
But
pas.
I do believe, and
Que
I
notre
see
Seigneur
clearly what
nous
thou
enjoint
hast
de ne
not,
ni
that our
combattre,
Lord bids
ni
us to
mettre
neither
fin à
fight
cette guerre.
nor end this war.
Car cela est venu tel
Because
un
it
nouveau
hath
grand
come
déluge,
as the next great
destiné à balayer
deluge
ce
to
monde
sweep the
pécheur.
sinful world away. Agnes will return to us
reviendra à
again
nous lorsque
as our
notre
past
innocence
innocence
passée
is
sera
found and
retrouvée
rebuilt from
et
their ruins.
reconstruite à partir de leur ruine. Mais la foi doit
But the
être
faith
préservée.
must be
Elle
preserved
doit
if it
être
is to be
reconstruite.
rebuilt, and these
Et c'est la
labors will
base
be the task
encombrante
of the
fidèle.
faithful, of
À nous,
we, the
les
gargoyles.
gargouilles. Je t'en prie.
I pray thee heed my
Écoute mes
words,
paroles,
cousin.
cousine.
Lay down thy sword of
Dépose
vengeance.
ton épée de
Do not
vengeance.
answer to the
Ne
whispering
réponds pas
demon
aux
in
démons
thy
qui murmurent
blood,
dans ton
nor
sang.
stain thy soul already
Ne
so
souille pas
burdened with sin.
davantage ton âme déjà si lourde de péché.
He lets his words cling to his lips with solemn weight. His cousin, however, has never been easy to preach to. She stiffens, sorrow and purpose welling in her eyes.
Armes à feu, canons,
Guns, cannons,
donc,
tanks,
bombes.
bombs.
Tu te souviens comment
You
ces
do
machines ont
remember how
détruit
these
nos vies,
devices have
n'est-ce pas?
destroyed our lives, do you
Alors,
not? Then surely
déjà.
you already know
Que l'innocence du passé
that
ne
the
repose
innocence
pas
of the
simplement
past does not does not simply
être
lie buried for
reconstruite.
us to rebuild.
Elle
It
est
is
morte
dead
et
and gone.
disparue. Si porter un fardeau de
If a
péché
stain on
permet
my
de mettre
soul
fin
is
à
what it
cette
takes to
guerre,
end this war, then I
pris une
shall
leçon
not hesitate
dérisoire.
to stain it so. Ladislas is stunned. He fights back tears and turns to face the altar. The light from the stained glass windows wreathes him like a mourner's cloak.
As-tu oublié le péril de nos
Hast
ancêtres?
thou forgotten our
Ou les
ancestral
nombreux
peril,
noms que nous avons
or the
effacés de notre
manifold names
lignée
we have
lorsqu'ils
stricken
se
from
sont
our
égarés
line
du
when
chemin
they
de la
turned from the
droiture?
righteous path? The demon
Le sang
blood hath
démoniaque a déjà
overtaken our
submergé
king
notre
before,
famille.
as I fear it will soon,
Et je crains
it
qu'il ne se
soon will
submerge
overtake
bientôt
thee.
toi aussi. Et moi,
I do not wish to blot out thy
je
name
ne
as
souhaite
well,
pas devoir effacer
Marianne.
ton nom, Marianne, de notre lignée.
I wonder what kind of information's in this satchel. It was during the Merovingian dynasty. I recognize this name, but not enough. Oh, excessive bloodshed appears to corrupt them. This corruption takes form of mental instability, progressing from rejecting to completely abandoning their faith. Okay. Okay, this looks like Creus. Oh, and we're arriving with the satchel. The bored and idle remnant of Squad 12 carries out her... Wait, what? The bored and idle remnant of Squad 12 carries out her as yet tedious orders. She stops by a window, squinting inside. Broken furniture and cobwebs woven between cracked and forgotten china. A uniquely shaped counter-arcanum monitoring device disrupts the decaying scene.
Clearly, no one's bothered to do any cleanup then.
She opens the window and leans in, her mask blocking out the sudden puff of dust. Following her officer's instructions, she pulls out a transparent strip of cloth and places it by the device. The cloth changes color rapidly and a line of neat letters appears on its surface.
Counter-arcanum device operating normally. Looks like I'm not needed here either.
She climbs back out of the window.
Aren't you...
Meryl.
Masha!
The young soldier springs up to greet her, visibly relieved.
It really is you! You're back, finally!
Is Paravian alright?
Oh, poor guy's had a hard time of it, but at least he's still in one piece. He's lying in a sickbed as we speak. He should recover soon.
Okay.
It's too bad he didn't find anything too useful in the village. Well, aside from that armored vehicle.
Fortunately, Sentinel happened to be there at the same time.
So, it really was her? The one who assassinated Colonel Hirschfelder?
Yes, she collected a wealth of evidence concerning Manus Vindictae. I've already delivered it to Commander Kreos. As for the assassination, it turns out her actions weren't entirely unjustifiable. Let's just consider it a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? She literally killed the guy.
She's not the only one.
Marcia unconsciously rubs the old scars on her palms, feeling them itch like never before. Meryl presses her lips together, creating a twisted crease in her mask.
Well, Anyway, I was just worried that something bad might have happened to you. Like what happened to...
To whom?
Charles and Amanda. We haven't heard from them in over 4 hours now.
Aren't they the ones that went over No Man's
They
Land?
were dispatched to investigate Hill 299, correct? Has any help been sent their way?
Commander Kreos sent some men to look for them. Hopefully, we'll hear some good news soon. Most of the other teams have finished their investigations. A few of them are already in the safe zone, actually. Apparently, they found a lot of useful info. So, we won't have to head back out again, right?
Meryl watches Marcia carefully, as if waiting for her to confirm something.
The front's getting shelled to hell and back. I mean, chances are we'll...
The evidence Sentinel provided is quite damning. Our job here will be over just as soon as we can get a hold of the team at Hill 299. Don't worry.
Copies of the evidence Marcia submitted have been spread across the table. Personal letters, marked military maps, battle plans, engineering blueprints, defaced and altered documents. Along with them on the table are exhibits recovered by other investigators from across the front line, arranged in a rough chronological order starting from 1918.
This is unbelievable.
He stares at the pile, the sheer flood of information overwhelming him.
These documents, the evidence is undeniable. Every one of those absurd conspiracy theories was true. The 1918 peace negotiations really were sabotaged by Manus Vindictae. The nations on both sides of this war have been under the deception of an invisible enemy. It is no wonder that even the victors of the 1919 offensive gained no real advantage. My God, to think Manus Vindictae has been sharing war secrets with both sides to ensure neither can win this war. That they have used our commanders as tools for their massacre, it is nigh on unimaginable.
He looks up with sudden realization.
This does not simply concern one nation. These documents could topple nearly all of Europe's military leaders. With this list of managed defectors in our hands, and if we act with haste, we may finally put every one of them behind bars.
Waiting for Georg's mood to stabilize, Krios adds a word of advice.
Let me remind you that Laplace may be able to heal these so-called defectors. Eberhard's case proved that the Manus' mental influence can be purged.
Yes, of course. Whatever the case, we must act as soon as possible. The Chancellor and the Reichstag are prepared to strike.
Okay. Finding light in a once grim future, he starts to shake, sending ripples through the papers in his hand.
Agreed. The evidence is sufficient. There is no need to delay.
Wunderbar. Just think of the soldiers finally making their way home.
Wunderbar.
This is the day we secure a century of peace for Europe.
Yeah, a century.
Sounds like a line for the history books.
He has no mind to react to Krios' parting jabs. Stuffing all the documents into his briefcase, he rushes out. I bet you he gets assassinated. Straightening the remaining mess on his desk, Krios retrieves a hidden communicator. It's been connected the entire time.
Everything's going according to plan.
Good. The other teams have shared the same intelligence with the pacifist political leaders in their respective regions. All the Foundation has to do now is watch for any interference from Manus Vindictae.
But won't this approach cause even more turbulence?
Verton's there.
Timekeeper.
He had been expecting the faction leaders, making this an unexpected relief.
Oh, yes, Krios. I was just listening in.
I see. In any case, the outcome can't be worse than the war we're living through, Timekeeper. As I'm sure you learned in your history studies, this war claimed tens of millions of soldiers' lives. Not to mention the equally massive number of civilian casualties, whether direct or otherwise. We are now 2 years on from what should have been the end of this war. The death toll has already climbed much higher, and it will only continue to rise if we don't put an end to it soon. At least our efforts have won us a marginally better outcome.
I see.
In short, the war is already over. Once the pacifist political parties take power, an armistice will surely be signed in Montpellier.
This may not be the time, but I have a question to ask. Does the Foundation Committee have any contingency plans should things take a turn for the worse?
The silence in the room confirms the suspicions of the voice on the other end.
Did you notice something suspicious?
The former Vigil officer fishes out as many suspicious details from his memories as he can.
About Hirschfelder's assassination. Do you remember a certain detail from Marshall's report?
You think his death to be the spark of a reignited war, but even if I'd stayed my hand from him, your plans would have been for naught.
If that was so, why would the Manus risk exposing Hirschfelder? Why would they allow him to meet with the Foundation in Montpellier? If Hirschfelder hadn't been killed, would the negotiations have become a fruitless tug of war?
Manus Vindicte would only cooperate with the Foundation on something that was sure to fail.
An intuitive guess is assembled, drawing on the experience of prior contact with Manus Vindicte.
Could it be that they're purposely diverting our attention?
My thoughts exactly, Timekeeper. That said, securing peace is our top priority at the moment.
And Crais is pretty cool. I wish Timekeeper was more involved, like the Timekeeper's team was more involved in this, but it's possible that they have some big plans for Crais and they need to introduce him in the beginning.
Six years of war have deeply shaken the resolve and faith of our nation. It is clear to all that this war cannot continue any longer. Afraid of the loss of power that peace may bring to them, leaders across Europe elected to collaborate with the evil cult Manus Vindicte, sacrificing countless young lives in meaningless carnage. But carnage is precisely what Manus Vindicte desires. Unseen by all, their wicked influence has long wormed its way into the leadership of every warring nation. But worry not, the conspiracy has been thwarted. Every treasonous general has been arrested and will soon face a fair court-martial. The heroes who bled for the fatherland are finally returning home, but we will welcome them with smiles on our faces and gratitude in our hearts. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of the year 1920, this war will come to an end.
Weeks have passed since the assassination, and the desolate streets of Montpellier have sprung to life again. Delegates from the belligerent nations gather on the opposite sides of the road. Soft bowler hats and ties decorate the event, mixed with the occasional peaked caps and military epaulets, though now precious few. More dignitaries demand tighter security. Each nation came with their own detail, but the operations commander insists on further reinforcements from the Foundation.
Third routine patrol complete. No anomalies detected, sir.
No further warnings from the Arcanum Detection Group. Should we lower the alert level?
Maintain the current level. I need at least 2 squads on standby at the command post at all times.
Yes, sir.
Clad in white, Foundation security diligently carry out their orders. On the busy town road, the commander suddenly stops. Eyes shut, he focuses, trying to sift through the din of stuffy conversation. He activates his communicator. The line sparks to life instantly.
Any response from Charles and Amanda?
Negative. They've been silent since they reached Hill 299. It's like we're calling into the abyss. Chances are they got snuffed out by the Manus. Luck can't be on everyone's side.
Even so, we need to recover the bodies.
What? So they can be buried with shiny medals?
The voice on the other end bites back with a sneer.
A couple minutes walk on the battlefield and I'll find you a whole pile of that scrap metal.
Any other signs of enemy activity?
Nope. Not a single trace of the Manus scum. Maybe all this military and political turmoil messed up their plans after all.
Let's hope so. Whatever the case, we need to get to the bottom of what happened at Hill 299. We can't afford to let any potential threats slip past us.
Already on my way there. How about seeing a psychologist when this is all over, Kratos? They'll finally cure your Manus Vindictae paranoia.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
He ends the call. In an unnoticed corner of the street, a grim figure walks alone. Charon's work in Montpay is over, and even now, on the eve of the ceasefire, there are many corpses on the front line waiting for him. His disjointed thoughts dwell on the horse that once accompanied him.
Will Andreas ever return?
But loss has ever been his first companion. Resigned, he shuffles down the road away from Montpay.
Hey, sir! Mr. Charon!
Meryl runs up to him, arriving out of breath.
You leaving already? Marsha told me you're heading back to the front.
She speaks the truth. And you are?
Oh, right. You don't know me. But Marsha told me loads about you. You know Marsha, don't you?
Charon struggles to remember, piecing together Marsha's appearance from his shattered memories.
Yes. The night. I remember.
Great. I'm heading to the front as well. Do you want to... I mean, could you please join our convoy?
You wish for me to join you?
You know the front better than anyone.
Meryl digs into her pocket, fishing out half a bar of chocolate that has been carefully resealed and wrapped, and slips it into Charon's hand.
Please, Mr. Charon, come with us. We could really use your help.
The front is still as death.
This quiet feels strange.
Halt's Maul, Rudolf. Why, damn it?
Soldiers in the trenches gaze up at the empty sky. The ceasefire has not yet been signed, but all military activity on the front line has been suspended. Yet the soldiers still man their trenches, hoping desperately to go home.
Why did Willy and Franz have to...
Eric rubs his face, his calloused fingers twitching his features with stress. 6 hours have now passed since the last time a shell exploded or a machine gun rattled. Yet the quiet has a strangeness of its own. The faint cold wind shivers the lines of barbed wire with an audible...
So, who won in the end?
Audible tensile contractions. So, who won in the end?
Does it matter?
Does it matter? Yeah, no one did. Rudolph's head sways between a nod and a shake.
Should we start packing up?
Sure. You can finally take all those notebooks of yours back home. Weren't you planning to turn them into a book?
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe once I stop being a soldier, my motivation to write will stop too. What about you, Erich? What will you do?
Make bread, I think. My family runs a bakery. I can already see it. My old man cracking open his finest bottle of Spätburgunder when I arrive.
An idea crosses Eric's mind.
Speaking of which, I bet we can go and ask the boys on the other side for some food and drinks. They've got wine and soft white bread. At least, that's what Peove said.
I wouldn't mind some canned peaches.
Fine. I'll get you your peaches. I guess I really am your Hauptmann, huh?
He scrouches around for a bit of scrap cloth, then ties it to his rifle, intending it to be a peace flag.
Erich, do not hurry to leave the trenches. Have patience.
Ooh, okay. Charon slinks back into the trench without a word. Eric drops his rifle for now and steps towards Charon.
Oh, Charon, you're back. Any news?
The delegations from various nations have arrived in Montpellier. The armistice will be signed in 48 hours. It is best to avoid any unnecessary danger until then.
But I'm starving, Charon. You didn't bring any food, did you?
I did.
The new voice catches Eric off guard.
Who are you?
The Foundation has issued food and drinks to be brought to the soldiers on the front. She is responsible for distributing them.
Yeah, more or less what he said. Right. I need a hand unloading these crates of beer. Any volunteers?
There's beer!
There's beer! The troops all rise at once, climbing over themselves to get out from the dugouts below. In an instant, the trench is packed wall to wall.
Hey, easy there. There's plenty to go around.
Boys! Boys! You're humiliating yourselves. Get in line and I'll choose a few of you to help out.
Eric calls out a few names, then turns to Charon.
Where's Meyer Braun?
He is needed in Montpellier.
That's a shame. Yeah, he's got a backpfeifen Gesicht. But, ugh.
Yeah, he's got a slap-worthy face, but who cares?
Forget it.
Over. I think we're celebrating too early.
You and you. Come here and unload the crates for the nice Foundation girl.
The food is passed from hand to hand until it reaches every soldier. Rot and despair hang over the trenches, but they do nothing to dampen their appetites. Rudolph cups a butter cake in his hands, desperately afraid of crumbling it. He hasn't seen such soft and bright food in a long time. Then, all at once, he stuffs it into his mouth. Eric hurries to his side, shoving a mug of golden lager into his hands.
Come on, Prost!
Fine.
Count me in. Prost!
Prost!
The metal cups tap rhythmically, shaping into a joyful, bright tune. From far across the field, their clinking percussion is met with raucous singing voices.
What's that? Do you boys hear us singing?
I hear it too, from the other side. Why are they singing?
Oh, right. These are humanitarian rations. They've been given to the other side too. They're probably celebrating.
Eric jumps over the top, waving his whitish flag towards the other side.
Geisia! Come on, boys. Let's make some noise ourselves. Prost to you bastards over there! You understand what I'm saying? Prost!
Santé! Auf den Frieden! Auf den Frieden!
The ceasefire celebration stretches late into the night. Charon watches the festivities crouched in a dim corner of the trench.
Hey, what are you doing holed up here alone?
Despite his best efforts, he is noticed. Charon lifts his head.
The presence of the dead is not fitting among such joy.
What are you talking about? You fit in perfectly.
She waves a can of sausages and paper-wrapped candy.
I mean,
paper-wrapped
I know
candy.
you don't exactly eat much, but you can still enjoy the taste of the stuff, right? I even know a guy with a fish tank for a head who eats every once in a while. That said, I've never actually seen him do it. Does he just pour the coffee straight into his fish tank or what?
The offer is heard, but refused. Such things have better use to you.
Seriously? Aren't you ever hungry?
There is always hunger within me. But food should be saved for the living. Eat well while you can. Stay alive.
Well, you're not wrong, but I wouldn't exactly put it like that. Come on, take it. Hound's always poking fun at me for eating too much anyway.
Hound?
Oh, never mind. Just take it, alright? It's not like it's easy to get a decent meal out here on the front.
No longer insisting on soliciting Charon's opinion, Meryl slips the cans into his coat pocket while touching the cold plastic wrapping of the chocolates.
Oh, at least try the chocolate in your pocket. It'll melt if you leave it in there much longer anyway.
Charon doesn't resist. He nods and slowly rises to his feet.
It is time. I left.
Party pooper.
Alright. I still have some finishing up to do here. Won't be long. Just have to make sure everyone's got their supplies. Where are you heading anyway? If you wait a moment, I can come with you.
No, this must be done alone.
Okay.
There is a message. One that must be sent off.
Okay.
Here you are, Eberhard.
How? It's good to see you, mein Freund. How's everyone holding up on the front?
They are celebrating this war's end, singing songs and drinking beer. It's peaceful.
Peaceful.
He repeats the words with satisfaction. Eberhard's spirit has changed significantly from the last time they met.
It's unexpected that the Foundation would allow you to move so freely.
No, my duty is done. I have no place in Montpé. No place among suits and politics.
He exhales, stretching in the crisp morning
That
air.
red-haired official agreed to let me go for a walk every once in a while. He said, someone will keep an eye on you. Whatever. It's getting cold. But I enjoy a crisp winter morning like this. It reminds me of our days as students. Remember? We had to get up before dawn. I was lazier than you. I wouldn't wake up until you rode your bicycle to my window and shouted my name.
Then the two of us would miss Latin class, just as Walter did.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Latin class was hell. Walter. He was a good lad.
Paul removes a crumpled envelope from inside his jacket.
This parcel is to be delivered to you. There's a letter within it from Herr Mühlenberger, addressed to those of us in Class 3.
Herr Mühlenberger? I was planning to visit him during my home leave, but... well, you know what happened back home. But he doesn't have a clue about what happened out here. What use is this letter? You and I are the only two class members left since the fall of Montpellier. All right, let's hear it, Paul.
Steadying his breath, Paul tears it open. He unfolds the letter.
Meine lieben Schüler und ehrenwerte
My dear
Soldaten,
students and honorable soldiers,
der
the
Krieg
war
hat
has
einen
reached a
kritischen
critical
Punkt
point,
erreicht.
and I, as your,
Und als euer
and
Lehrer,
as your
ist
teacher,
es
it is
meine
my duty to
Pflicht,
boost your
euer
morale.
Mut zu stärken. Ich weiß, dass die
I am
Sicht auf
aware
den
that the
Krieg
vision of
von der
the war
Front
from
aus
the front
begrenzter
lines
sein
may be
könnte,
more limited
als bei
than
uns im
those
Vaterland.
of us in the
Lasst mich
fatherland,
also
so allow
klarstellen,
me to make things clear.
der Sieg
Victory is
ist in
within our
unserer
grasp.
Reichweite. Obwohl das Leben an
Though
der
I'm
Front
certain
hart
life
ist,
on the front is
denkt
tough,
daran,
remember, this
dies
is a
ist ein
sacrifice
Opfer
for
für
a
eine
greater
größere
cause.
Sache.
Therefore,
Lasst
let
der
your
Herr
suffering
euer
be
Leiden
sweet.
süß sein. Dies wird der glorreichste
This will
Moment
be the
eures
most
Lebens
glorious
sein.
moment of your lives,
Und
and as
wie
I
ich
have
euch
taught you,
beigebracht
perhaps
habe,
it will please us
wird es
one
uns
day to remember
vielleicht
these
eines
things.
Tages gefallen, diese Dinge zu erinnern.
This letter sucks, man.
Gefallen?
Please us? Ha,
Hört ihn
listen,
euch an. Er hat sogar
he
Lucans
even
Gedicht
quoted Lucan's
zitiert.
poem, or
Oder
was
war
it
es
Virgil?
Virgil?
Es ist höchstwahrscheinlich Virgil.
It is most likely Virgil.
Hat ihn unten
He has
zitiert.
quoted him below. Fortune
Ardentes
favors the
Fortuna
bold.
Jurat.
Das Zitat über das
The quote
Erinnern.
about remembering things.
Wie
How do
sagt
you
man
say it
es
in Latin
nochmal
again?
auf Latein?
Forsan et. And then
Forsan.
what?
Hayek. Und dann was?
Das Et fehlt,
The
Eberhard.
et is missing, Eberhard.
Forsan et
And
Hayek.
perhaps it will please
Olim
us one
meminisse
day to remember
juvabit.
these things.
Ja, genau das.
Yes, that's it. Ha. That old
Dieser
fart.
alte
He
Fatzke.
cheated.
Er hat
These aren't
geschummelt.
even his words.
Das sind nicht mal seine Worte.
What a fool. He doesn't know what he's talking
Was für ein
about.
Dummkopf. Er weiß nicht, wovon er spricht.
After a bitter laugh, both are silent for a moment.
Paul, I'll never be pleased looking back on any of this.
Yeah.
If I have children one day, how will I tell them about all this? I sent our fellow countrymen directly into the line of fire, a death trap, knowing full well that the enemy would retake the ground in mere hours. Young lives, lost one after another. And for what? Some senseless orders? I've heard enough. Put the letter away.
Paul slowly folds up the letter. Eberhard, however, snatches up the letterhead, crumples it into a ball, and throws it into the weeds beside the monument. There is no more fighting, and for the first time in a long time, the day passes without the thunder of artillery. The sunlight falls on the blades of grass, tombstones, and birds in the air. Their songs finally can be heard once more.
This feeling. I've never felt it before. It's as though, for this one moment, I can... No. I have already taken control of my future. I'd forgotten how good it feels to be alive. For the first time in a very long while. My heart feels light, mein Freund. The choices I've made may be irreversible. But I've made up my mind. There is only one path for me now.
He looks to the top of the hill and starts climbing.
Do you not wish to continue your studies? Your writings are surely safely stored in the school's archives.
Would you return to school, Power?
It is unlikely, but you still may.
For what? For knowledge? A diploma? That might have mattered to the old me. But I'm no longer that boy.
Eberhard.
It's too late, mein Freund. Far too late. I need some time alone. Please, write a reply to Herr Mühlenberger for both of us.
The weather is unseasonably mild, and Eberhard begins to climb the hill like a student on a field trip. The sunshine and brisk air make the world feel new.
The war is over, Paul. The sky is so blue.
Just as it always was.
Just as it always was. Well said. Farewell, my friend.
He waves, turns, and walks away. Paul stands and opens his notebook.
Sehr geehrter Herr Mühlenberger.
Dear
Ihr
Mr.
Brief wurde von Ihren
Your
Schülern
letter has
wohl
been well
erhalten.
received by your students.
Sie haben gemeinsam
They have
die
endured the
dunkelsten
darkest
und
and hardest
härtesten
of times
Zeiten
together, but
durchgestanden.
now the sorrow and pain
Aber
have
nun
reached their
sind der
end.
Kummer und das Leid zu Ende. Sie zeigten Mut
They showed
und
courage and
Treue,
loyalty, yet these
doch
virtues
diese
became a
Tugenden
burden, one far
wurden
too
zu
heavy
einer
for their
Last,
young students to
viel
bear,
zu
for
schwer
their young
für
shoulders
ihre
to bear.
jungen Schultern. Deshalb
Therefore,
werde ich
I will
Ihnen
not
keine
pile
leeren
any more
Worte
empty
mehr
words
aufbürden.
upon them.
Der Krieg hat
War
diese
has
jungen
shaped
Männer
these
in
young
etwas
men
ganz
into something
anderes
else
verwandelt.
entirely. The knowledge you imparted
Das Wissen,
is of
das
no
Sie
use
ihnen
to them now,
vermittelt haben,
nor will they
ist nun
ever again
nutzlos.
hear your teachings.
Und Sie werden nie wieder Ihre Lehren hören. Zu diesem Zeitpunkt
At this
muss
time,
ich
I must
Ihnen mit
inform you
schwerem
with the
Herzen
heaviest of
mitteilen,
hearts that
dass alle Ihre
all
Schüler
of your students
aus der
from
Klasse
class
3
3 have fallen.
sind gefallen.
Oh, I knew that's what was gonna
Mit besten
happen.
Grüßen, ein toter Mann.
Oh no. I was just hoping that wasn't gonna happen. I was like, man, he's gonna go commit suicide somewhere. And at this time, I must inform you with the heaviest hearts that all of your students from class 3 have fallen. With best regards, a dead man.
Dies schließt die Aufzeichnungen
This
des
concludes the
Soldaten
records of the
Paul
soldier
Harman
Paul.
ab.
Oh man. I was hoping he would make it out. Class 3 students Dietrich Becker died from shelling on the 16th of April. Beth Zimmerman died from shelling on the 16th, so they both died on the first day. Simon Miller was reported missing, then was confirmed dead. Miller's tag has been found. Friedrich Bauer died from machine gun fire on the 16th of August. The 12th of August in 1960. So, like, 4 of them died within just months. Finn Wagner died from infection in November 7th, 1960. Elvin Newman died of trench fever November 8th, 1960. Felix Zimmerman died from shelling on December 8th, 1960. Julian Kruger died from infection after being shot. December 13th, 1960. Ben Becker died December 14th, 1960. Cause unclear. Walter Schmidt died from shelling on January 12th, 1980. Gosh, how would that feel if your entire class that you probably showed up to the army with all died within the first year, and then these three had to make it? Oh my gosh. Walter Schmidt died from shelling on January 12th, 1918. Paul Hallman died March 11th, 1918, and then he was the only one that survived through all of that, and then he committed suicide. Oh man, I hate that. Okay. Something still's gonna happen. Ladislas hasn't spoken a word since the news of the ceasefire reached their sanctuary. He's been kneeling at the altar for days, having eaten next to nothing, always thin. He now looks more like a jagged stone obelisk than a man.
What am I to do, mon petit chou? You will not so much as touch the biscuits I baked for him. Never have I seen him in such a state.
The woman clasps her hands to her chest, worried but helpless.
Ladislas.
She gently calls out to him.
The war has ended, not as he foretold. It may take some time ere he is able to free himself of his guilt. Cher Ladislas, keep thy heart in the Lord, for he shall forgive us no matter how great our missteps.
The good and pious woman stops herself from saying more. There's no line of reasoning sufficient to break him from his
Marie,
watch.
I beg thee, do something. One way or another, we all must return to Rouen in the coming days.
She leaves without another word. Sentinel comes to Ladislas's side, but has no desire to interrupt his silent prayers. Her focus instead is on the statue of the crying
Ladislas, you foretold that Agnes would return to herself come the end of the war.
She pulls out a handkerchief to softly clean the stone's unmoving face.
Yet she remains unchanged. Is there truly no way to revive our dear friend? Our family?
Once again, she receives only a humbling, guilt-ridden
Marie?
silence. She turns to the voice, finding it belongs to the woman that has become a regular visitor to their sanctuary. As usual, she brought food, this time some salami and dried cheese. After handing off the supplies, Marcia marches straight toward her.
What news from the front?
Some troops have already withdrawn. The rest will follow suit once the armistice is officially signed. Ladislas, he still won't eat?
Just leave him be.
She doesn't let Marcia dwell on the matter, returning to her work dusting the statue.
If you don't mind me asking, is this statue real?
What do you mean?
I'm not sure how to put this into words properly. It's just that I've never seen her move.
Ah. Now your words are clear.
She gathers her handkerchief and takes a deep breath, the cold, wet morning mist filling her lungs.
This is Agnes, a distant cousin of mine. We share a great-grandmother.
She places her hand on Agnes's stone knee.
We took residence together until 1914. both at our clan estate in the suburbs of Rouen and in my rented apartment in Paris. When the war broke out, I departed to join the army. Upon returning during my first leave, I found her in the cellar. It came to pass that, in my absence, she had turned herself to stone.
She can stay in this form as she pleases?
Only so long as her heart yet beats. Were she to turn to stone from within, she would be unable to restore her body to flesh. But Ladislas informed me of another possibility. He said Agnes's petrification was an extraordinary act of self-sacrifice. And that this sacrifice was also a prophecy. Gargoyles were not to coexist with this war. He said that a miracle would occur. That Agnes would be freed from her petrification. I thought it might have been true.
Something fishy's going on. She glances toward Ladislas, still kneeling.
But I suppose it was not. Agnes has shown no signs of recovery.
There must be another way.
The gargoyle shakes her head, disheartened.
If only there were. If only I knew of one. But there is very little I know of our bloodline. While the young of my kin generally receive a traditional education from within the clan, my grandmother supported my decision to attend a secular school in my youth. I resided in a small rented apartment in Paris for some time, hoping to enroll at Lonsad. That was until the war broke out.
Sentinel forces herself to look into Marcia's eyes.
This war, well, you have seen the face of it. It takes but one shot to end a life. And this war has hurt millions. Friends, family, loved ones. I have lost far too many.
Marie.
Forget it. Tell me, have you yet time today?
What do you want to do?
Take a stroll. I've spent far too much time in the monastery.
After a long journey, they return to the field once soaked in blood.
A pilot?
Their earlier conversation still lingers.
Yes, that's what I wanted to be.
Why?
Many knights joined the Air Force at the time. They believed the sky to be the only battlefield that still maintained at least some semblance of knightly chivalry. It had more than the ground at least. Crawling through mud and digging trenches.
I loathe airplanes. They're exceedingly difficult to withstand from the ground. And the engine noise.
You're not supposed to withstand an airplane. She swallows the complaints, not wanting to sound bitter. Marcia extends her arm over to her friend's back.
Relax. You don't need to fight them anymore. In fact, I'd wager you'll come to like traveling by plane in time.
She turns to the sea of grass rippling in the wind.
Corpses that lay yonder. Did you see them earlier?
No. Perhaps Charon had already buried them.
Most likely. He is an interesting fellow, if not strange.
And kind too. Without him, you and I would certainly have fought again at the graveyard. Oh, that reminds me.
Suddenly, she bends down, rummaging in the roadside dirt.
What?
You threw a smoke grenade at me. Hey,
They laugh as they race down the dirt road, feeling more like children than soldiers for the moment, however brief. They come to a halt before a windmill, its colossal gears interlocking and turning like a breath of a slumbering ancient giant. The slow creaking of the windmill becomes the only sound.
Marsha. Are you leaving?
No, I have plenty of free time today.
Not now. After the armistice. I know well that the Foundation has tasked you with keeping a watchful eye on me.
It's not exactly like that.
All is well. You may stay. So long as you do not lie. I shall even aid you should you require it. But do not attempt to persuade me to join the Foundation. I cannot abandon my family.
I know that. I'll be leaving after the armistice is officially signed.
It comes from the windmill.
Sounds like a horse to me.
Is that Charon's horse?
A horse.
They cautiously approach the windmill's entrance. Sentinel moves ahead of Marsha, turning her body sideways, and hardens into stone to give a weighty push on the board.
Wow, what a beauty!
A horse indeed. What brings it here?
Okay, that was kind of strange. Agnes, April 2nd, 1914. Okay.
Here, come on out. That's a good boy.
Forgot to read. The horse seems to naturally gravitate to the knight, drooping its head to brush up against her. Nay.
Oh my, Marie. Look at his beautiful coat. Not even the colonels have such handsome companions.
He seems to have taken a liking to you. Can you ride?
What sort of question is that, Marianne? You are talking to a knight.
Even without a saddle, she mounts the horse with ease.
Come on, take my hand. I'll give you a ride.
After a moment's hesitation, Sentinel takes the offered hand and finds herself on the horse's back as well.
It feels perfect for a gallop, but I'm worried you might fall.
Let me off then. Enjoy it yourself.
What fun would that be? Come on, just hold on tight. Giddy up! Hey. I can't believe you don't know how to ride a horse, but I can teach you. Just think of them as oversized hunting dogs.
Yeah, that's
I'll
Stretch.
come find you after you move. How does that sound? Where will you be if you're not staying with your family?
Perhaps Paris? My mind is yet made. But wherever I am, I should like to open a clothing store.
Ha, cool.
Then you'd better choose a store name I'll recognize right away. No, you'll become so famous that it'll take no work to find you. Could you make a parade dress for me?
I have never before made such a dress, but I shall learn for you.
Wow, a parade dress tailor-made for me by a famous French fashion designer. It's like a dream come true.
This might be the first moment of true peace they've felt since the war began. The horse grows tired. They dismount to let it roam and feed on the tall meadow grass.
What of you? How may I come into your contact? The Lord only knows where the Foundation will send you once this is ended.
You may be right. The fight against Manus Vindictae isn't over. But don't worry. I always find a way to get in touch with you.
I do not wish to judge your decision, but do all you can to stay alive, Marcia. Do not make a martyr of yourself.
Why this sudden sentimentality, Marie?
If all this, when all this comes to an end one day, I hope to see you again.
Me too.
I will pray for you, though I am uncertain if my voice will be heard. I am nothing like Agnes. She is an angel descended from heaven. And I am.
The gargoyle keeps her eyes hidden in the shadow.
Never mind.
The communicator's noise startles the nibbling horse. It lifts its head and bolts into the distance.
Ah, there he goes.
She picks up the device. Again, it's an anonymous caller.
Marcia, we need you on the front immediately. I've already sent you the coordinates. Bring the gargoyle if she's willing.
Who are you?
We'll meet soon enough.
Who is that? We're finally gonna meet this mysterious dude. Okay, we have just a couple more left to go.
Yes,
Half an
Herr
hour
Chancellor.
earlier.
The delegations have arrived in Montpellier. The armistice will be signed before dinner time. Understood. We will be sure to serve a simple but delicious dinner. And of course, all journalists granted entry will be carefully selected.
Mr. Georg hangs up the phone dryly with full confidence before checking the ceasefire memorandum once again.
No problems so far.
Oh, it's gotta be nerve-wracking. He picks up a fountain pen and sketches out his signature over and over again. Each loop of the pen is taken with utmost seriousness, aware of the gravity it will soon hold. Another impatient ring, and the tip of his pen slips, leaving the letter O in a rather unsightly shape. But the call isn't on his phone. It's the one on his assistant's desk, which thankfully means it isn't his concern.
What are you waiting for, Friedrich? Pick up the phone already.
The assistant, buried in paperwork, fails to react to the ring.
Ah, pick up the phone, you hear? Damned. I still fail to understand why they would assign me a deaf sloth as an assistant. I'd have you fired the moment I set foot on the fatherland.
Georg storms over to the assistant's desk to scold him. Jolting alert, the assistant grabs the receiver.
That's more like it.
To Georg's surprise, his assistant then immediately puts the receiver down.
That was an awful racket, sir.
How dare you!
The man checks his watch, paying no mind to his superior.
I have more pressing matters to attend to. Yes, it's about time.
He stands up, picks up the receiver again, and hangs it up once more without a word.
What? Explain yourselves this instant!
Huh. I owe you no explanation, sir.
Who could that be?
Come in.
You!
What's going on? All attempts to reach the investigators sent to Hill 299 have failed. Creius puts his communicator down, pauses, then tries again, this time calling Hound. But only static replies.
No response either.
Creius watches the passing politicians with growing unease. They don't flinch under Creius' gaze. In fact, they don't seem to pay him any mind at all. Their limited time is devoted to the pressing matters of peace. Baravian exits a nearby building and makes his way to Creius.
Sir, a new batch of counter-arcanum devices has been deployed, as instructed.
Good. Any contact from Meryl in the past 3 hours?
No. She's probably still on the front. There's a lot of celebrating going on out there.
Creius tries to communicate her once more, this time calling a different squad member. Static. They're all, like, communications are all
Something's
down.
not right.
A shot rings out like a thunderbolt on a cloudless day.
We're under attack!
Security forces rush into the streets, drawing any wandering delegates inside. To safety. Steel-eyed veterans fan out, searching for the gunfire's source.
What's the location? I saw them in that house. They're wearing black.
I have to.
The young man begins to charge, only to be held back.
Get back here, Parabi. We need to get to the command post and inform all security staff to resume combat positions.
Yes, sir.
Foundation security regroups around the most heavily guarded buildings. Across the street, a man in jet black uniform exits Georg's makeshift office. As he walks into the open, he is flanked by soldiers covered in pitch black.
Finally, no more hiding. The moment of truth has arrived.
He raises a hand, and the soldiers around him stand at attention.
Leave a few of the Foundation lapdogs alive. I have something to say to those sanctimonious hypocrites. As for the rest, kill them all.
Shit, man.
Straight to the point. I like that. Need to wait for the right moment.
Listen.
Liberato dal fratello. Non voltarti indietro. comes. You'll see it coming. Adios, Straniero.
The rank loading.
You'll see it coming.
Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
The ceasefire's signing descends into a bloody firefight.
Search every room. Leave no stone unturned.
Every few seconds, a heavy, soft thud echoes as something limp crashes to the ground from above. Every few seconds, a heavy, soft thud echoes as something limp crashes to the ground from above. Foundation security offer what resistance they can. The counter-arcanum devices they've deployed, providing them with a moment's respite.
Oh, but keep that signing desk and the documents on it intact. It'll make for a great headline shot. Perfect for the front page of the papers. Now, bring her out.
Who? The soldiers of Manus Vindicta carry out their orders in wordless lockstep. Soon, bodies of white and black riddle the streets. Moments later, two soldiers march a hostage into the center of the empty street.
Quiet.
Once again, the assassin-turned officer raises his hand and checks his watch.
Better late than never.
Once again, the assassin turned. He strides forward as if he were participating in a triumphal parade, stopping only a few short paces from the Foundation command post, so near that he can hear the flag fluttering in the wind.
All that endless searching, huh? Well, here we are. You finally caught us.
He spreads his arm wide like a showman.
You might ask, why must things end like this? Why must we kill one another? Do you want to know why? Because our pleas, our pain, our suffering were all ignored by you. What? Humans started this war, all these wars, and yet you hurled us, Arcanists, onto the front lines like cheap cannon fodder. You have created a world that despises us for our bloodlines and mocks us for our arcane skills. Yet you force us to use those very skills to fight the war machines you built. You humans have sown untold horrors in the name of conflicts created by your own hand, and still you refuse us even a single scrap of bread in reward.
Oh man, we're Sentinel.
These are the lessons history has taught us. A history of arcanist suffering that must end.
He draws a pistol from his waist and toys with it.
So when I heard that arcanists were united, marching under the banner of a formidable army, I caught a glimpse of hope. In fact, it shone like never before. Foundation lapdogs, human scum, mark my words. This war has only just begun. From this era onward, the unjust reign of humanity shall be overturned. All arcanists from every era shall march under the banner of Manus Vindictae, until the ultimate, most glorious era arrives.
Please let that be Sentinel. A bullet rips through his temple. The remaining soldiers drop where they stand.
Who did that?
Lapdogs, eh? Couldn't come up with anything more original?
The stray hound at last returns. He marches straight through to the command post, kicking the fallen Manus Vindicte's officer's corpse for good measure.
Command post clear now.
The door swings open, security staff cautiously scanning for trouble. Kreia stands inside, waiting.
You're late, Yemalai.
Oh, that's Yermolai.
At least you're not dead.
Yermolai balks. His voice, like his face, carries a permanent
You won't
smirk.
always have someone around to cover your ass, Kreis.
As always, Kreis finds it easier to simply sidestep his insubordination.
What have you found?
Long story short, we're a step behind the Manus. They've got an army, launching an assault on the front lines as we speak. We're talking about a force the size of a traditional brigade, possibly even two. They're hiding out beneath Hill 299, and every one of their soldiers is an Arcanist.
Oh man.
Hill 299. Any news on Charles and Amanda?
He lets the swagger drop from his voice.
Yeah. They're both dead.
Oh.
But they did leave behind some critical info. Turns out Manus Vindicte's built a colossal, full-fledged underground fortress inside Hill 299. That's where all these Manus troops have been coming from. The ones here in the safe zone and the ones sent to eliminate the human soldiers at the front.
Did you carry out the other order?
Yeah. I've sent the request for reinforcements and your frontline contingency plan to headquarters. All available Foundation personnel in the region are moving towards the designated locations on the front.
Okay, Kreis.
All except Meryl. I haven't been able to make contact with her.
Kreis is ahead of things. Kreis nods, an understated gesture of approval. He says nothing about Meryl's radio silence, as if he had anticipated it all along.
You really gonna do this, huh? This so-called frontline contingency plan?
I don't think we have much choice.
How are we gonna deal with Hill 299? It came out of nowhere.
Every plan has its surprises. We'll deal with it. Follow me. We're going to the front lines. You can fill me in on the details on the way.
I was hoping it was Sentinel that assassinated that smug little asshole. So we're just leaving like this. We're just leaving this site in ruins.
The lapdogs are barking again. Their masters remain quiet, for the most part. And you know why. But silence gives no orders. So the masters whistle. Just a pitch, no words. And so no words are heard. Only the baying of dogs.
How dare you? Do you think I should speak like some slick-talking veteran? I'd slit my throat myself if I so much as uttered a word akin to those devils. They're bastards, abominations, every last one of them.
Please accept my apologies. Wounds are hard to heal when they are torn open time and time again.
One of these must be Kreia's, and then another one of these may be Sentinel and it's not Marie, Marcia.
What's that sound?
Rudolph has set about packing his things. Like many in the trenches, he doesn't have much, but his greatest treasure is a pile of manuscripts and notes. He lifts his head, a pale look glints behind his glasses.
What are you standing there for?
They're firing again.
So? Surely you're used to it by now.
The rumble of artillery had become so familiar to them that its return is barely noticed.
But isn't there supposed to be a ceasefire? I know it isn't official yet, but there's no point in firing now, is there?
Eric draws in a sharp breath. A low, ominous whistle follows.
Geister! In Deckung!
All at once, the quiet of the front erupts into fire and fury. The impact of the explosion shakes the trench lines in unyielding waves. The blast spraying mud and earth in every direction.
Has everyone gone mad? These are out in Zeka. I thought they were supposed to be negotiating peace.
Those old farts.
Why? Why are we fighting again?
Rudolph sprawls out on the ground trying to find his baggage, which has been scattered in the blast. Clothes, notes, and cans are buried in loose dirt or carried off in the air.
Forget that rubbish! Get inside!
Carried off in the air. Forget that rubbish, get inside. Eric forces the bespectacled, oh my gosh. Eric forces the bespectacled soldier into a dugout, then forces himself up to the parapet, peering over with his periscope.
Scheiße! Scheiße! Who in the hell is attacking us?
I don't know. They're not even wearing blue. They're all black.
Right. They're wearing masks? Can they even see through them?
The flank!
Scouts and messengers dash in every direction, alerting everyone they can reach of the attack.
I don't know who or what they are, but they're coming from our flank!
Advance, Nachbar!
Damn it all to hell. A stray bullet shatters his periscope. He tosses the device down with a stream of curses. He grabs a messenger by the collar.
All men from the 2nd Company, assemble! Focus fire on enemies in black uniforms!
Okay. Okay. What did it say?
I'll be here to catch you if you fall.
It seems you're ready.
The battlefield is ever changing. I shall remain focused.
So many people here. Feels like trade season again. I'm here to help.
Man, I don't know.
Greetings.
Where are our men?
This is all I could find. We've been caught off guard. Everyone's confused.
Snap out of it! Scheiße! Don't you see what we're dealing with here? Get to your positions, boys. Fire! You hear me? Fire! Send these Scheißkerle to hell!
Target locked.
Oh,
Agreed. This is well.
The path will become clear.
Huh. Very well.
Listen.
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. Now is the time for repentance.
Rotten luck!
I hope Rachel
This much should do.
Close your eyes. It will all be over soon.
a shot hit.
Face the truth.
Battles have little meaning, save for the prizes to be won.
Their first assault breaks against the renewed defenses. But the black-clad soldiers seem numb to their losses. They advance in rigid order, stepping over the dead and dying.
They lost their minds? They just keep charging right into our gunfire.
Eric steps down from the parapet to relay orders. In every direction, he sees comrades lying wounded. His comrades lying wounded. Only yesterday, they had begun to believe their fight was over, but the rattling barrage has shattered their dreams. A new war has begun.
Look, the mist! What the hell is going on?
Rudolph hasn't reported back. Concerned, Eric begins to search for the dim trenches for his friend, only to bump into a striking figure in a white uniform.
Are you the captain of the second company?
The man speaks with a gravity of command that Eric still has yet to find.
I am. You're with the Foundation?
Creus nods, articulating the battle at hand is in an organized manner.
I am Creus, the commander of the Foundation personnel stationed in Montpay. This is an emergency situation. Manus Vindicte invaded the safe zone. We neutralized the threat there, but now they're on a mission to kill every human soldier on the front lines.
Every human soldier? You mean including those on the other side?
He struggles to find sense in the words. Creus pats the soldier turned captain with a firm and steady grip.
If you're willing to give up this position, follow me.
I couldn't give less of a damn about positions, but where are we going?
In a nearby section of trench.
Anyone still standing? Help me clear this bunker.
The field medic arrives in sync with the rest of the Foundation's team.
Doktor, mein Bruder! Ist verwundet! Bitte!
Bring ihn zu mir.
Bring him to me. The soldier hauls his wounded comrade to the makeshift aid station. The man's leg hangs limp, soaked in dark red blood.
Easy. Put him down here. I'll patch him up. Have you seen any other Foundation personnel?
I think I saw one. A redhead.
Good. Go tell him we need medical supplies. They should have brought plenty from Montpay.
Right away!
Next to them, another soldier clutches his thigh, gasping for breath. Only a moment passes before yet another man is carried in. Marcia makes a brief inspection and returns to the soldier with the injured thigh.
I'll stop the bleeding first.
What about him?
He's dead. Now, relax and try to stay with me.
He's dead? No!
Himmelhilf! It's over! I'm dead! I'm dead!
No, you're not. Not today, anyway.
His vision blurs. For a moment, he thinks he sees a soldier in a gray and blue uniform.
Is that...
Then he blacks out.
Update? Have you located Creus?
He's somewhere in the trench. A soldier spotted him.
The man soon appears before them. With solemn deference, he nods to the sniper he once pursued.
I didn't expect to run into...
Save the pleasantries.
The response is blunt.
Marcia made known to me the situation. The Foundation ought to have a sure plan, having requested me to join her. Speak then. What would you have me do?
Creus adjusts his tone to match.
The frontline soldiers have little experience fighting enemies with arcane skills. If they stay here, it's only a matter of time until they fall to the Manus. I'm going to move them to a safer strategic position. However, enemy forces on Hill 299 have us pinned down in the trenches. Manus Vindictae has turned it into an underground fortress, housing an estimated 10,000 troops. They've even... They've even positioned artillery on the hillside. Retreating under that kind of fire would be a death sentence.
Eliminate the threat from Hill 299. Then withdraw the troops from the front. This is the Foundation's plan?
Not the Foundation's plan. Not yet, at least.
An icy restraint condenses in the man's eager eyes.
This is my course of action.
How do you intend to do this? Even with an army of 100,000 at your command, to take a fortified high ground under artillery fire is no surety.
I know. That's why I need your help.
Creius stands solemn and sure, though he knows how absurd his request sounds.
Such an act is to walk into the valley of the shadow of death. What difference would be made if I lent my aid or withheld it?
If I recall correctly, gargoyles are insusceptible to poison gas.
That's correct. So?
So we may be able to take a subtler approach. Please, come with me. My subordinate will give you the details.
What are we gonna do? Are we gonna gas the Manus? Like, I'm all for it. The Manus are dicks, man. They race through the mud and debris.
How much longer?
About 10 more minutes at this pace. Maybe less if there's no interruptions.
What an optimist.
There isn't anything more to say. They just keep moving until they leave the trench behind.
Take cover.
They dive into a shell crater. A bullet skips off the lip of the earth in front of them, kicking up wet clods of dirt.
Pin them down.
Dude, she's good. Love it.
Straight to the point. I like that. Wait for into the darkness.
Regaining control.
It will be over before you feel it. You'll see it coming. Wait.
Charging. Loading.
Liberato dalla paura.
Eliminate target.
Addio, straniero.
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
clang. A searing hot shell casing ejects from the chamber.
Threat neutralized.
Nice shot. Right, we've arrived.
Yermolai veers off to the side and drops into a stretch of abandoned trench. Sentinel follows close behind. Whoa. They stand before a sealed underground bunker. Yermolai stops a short distance from the entrance, pulling from his coat a bundle of explosives and hastily drawn map.
Take these.
Without a word, she takes the key items for this suicide mission.
I'm surprised you agreed to this.
I have my reasons.
Sure. Let's go over the plan one more time. 2 of our investigators discovered a number of tunnels running under Hill 299. The one we've just arrived at leads directly to the Manus' ammunition depot. After the war broke out, the Manus sealed all accessible tunnels with poison gas. Judging by the bodies I found earlier, this gas can penetrate all existing gas masks. On the bright side, that means there aren't many guards in the tunnels. At least, that's what we think. Your goal is simple. Reach the ammunition depot, detonate the explosives, and destroy the fortress. After that, the Foundation will evacuate with the soldiers.
Good to know the Foundation's investigation bore some fruit.
Hill 299's so conspicuous that everyone just unconsciously overlooked it.
I'm prepared. You may leave now.
Alright. Good luck.
The man offers a wave. Only once Yermolai footsteps have faded into distance does Sentinel open the bunker door. Violet red mist billows out. She furrows her brow and takes a cautious sniff. Thankfully, as before, it has no effect on her. Yet from within, she can hear something dragging. Sentinel holds position at the door, waiting as the shadow shuffles into view. A grim figure emerges from the toxic mist.
What are you doing here?
Charon drags a corpse out of the shelter and halts outside.
One war ends, and another begins. More lives will be claimed by their own kind. I am simply doing what I always do.
You knew of this tunnel.
Tunnel? I know nothing of it. The cloud of death hanging above this place. That is what led me here.
Okay. He's really an enigma. She knows better than to suspect him.
Cloud of death.
An ambiguous omen.
An omen? Tell me then, who will this cloud of death fall upon?
Death is impartial. It doesn't decide who will live and who will die.
But I can.
She breathes in the toxic air without concern.
I suggest you leave. Should this cloud not fall upon me, an explosion will soon obliterate Hill 299.
Do you intend to claim the lives of all the Manus Vindictae troops here?
Do you intend to stop me?
He broods for a moment as the silent war is waged behind his mask.
I should leave. Time is pressing.
But as she turns, Charon's voice breaks through with sudden clarity.
I do not wish for such carnage to occur. Yet I am powerless to prevent it. But before you go, a word of warning. The war you've been fighting is, in fact, over. What lies before you is a conflict all its own. A much harsher path.
Okay, he's saying
you
that...
still have a chance to turn away from this and relieve yourself of the burdens placed upon you.
He's basically saying World War I is over, and that this what lies in front of you is a war with a much larger war. So if you don't want to do this, leave now.
In view of the sufferers of this war, my burden is light. Harsh or not, I shall not waver from the path I have chosen.
You first set foot on the battlefield 5 years ago. What makes today different from that day?
I now know the true cause of the conflict, and I have seen the face of the true enemy.
Ah, yeah.
If I must sin to fulfill my sacrifice, then so be it.
Your willingness to suffer, your passion for sacrifice, it is beyond me. Perhaps you possess a wisdom beyond my comprehension.
So essentially, she's saying when she first came out of the battle, she thought her enemy was Germany, when it really wasn't. Now she knows that the true enemy is Manus, and that's why she's willing to continue fighting, because her goal is to eliminate, the cause of it. Not just protect what is hers and everyone else can go to hell.
Yet, still, I feel a deep sadness for you. I am in no position to stop you from walking through the gates of hell.
Team Timekeeper will take you in. Okay. 1 hour politics. Is that how long the war lasted? Let's see. Deep underground, darkness reigns. At first, she travels through the cramped, unlit dirt tunnels until she reaches a poured concrete doorframe. Its cold echo tells her she's entered a wider space. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light, that they dwell in the land of the shadow of death. Upon them hath the light shined.
La lumière a resplendi.
She taps into the power of her ancient bloodline, her eyes adjusting rapidly to the pitch black, yet she finds no comfort in seeing what surrounds her. Dark and viscous substances flow through the walls of the tunnel, like an endless math of writhing insects. In their trance, they form some kind of unrecognizable symbols, shifting back and forth into chaotic shapes. Yeah, I agree, blasphemy. But she has seen far more sinister abysses in her
The
time.
center ought to be closer to the peak. But this path appears to be extending downward.
She unrolls the map and reads the included intel.
The Foundation's map says this is the route.
Plumes of gas tumble with the intruder's movements, stinging her
Not the
nostrils.
stench of rotting hay. Not garlic or onion either. This is a new kind of poison gas. Still, it has no effect on me.
Where art thou?
Is that Agnes? An ethereal voice drifts down.
Agnes.
Dost thou hear me, Marie? I heareth not from thee.
You hear me not?
She looks up, seeing nothing but the vaulted ceiling. Agnes's voice is like a biting acid
Where
in her
hast thou
ears.
gone, Marie? I sense thou art somewhere deep below the earth, surrounded by that which I cannot clearly see.
Bodies lay scattered around me, Agnes. Many of them. They're Manus soldiers. It appears they attempted to flee through this tunnel but an hour ago.
Really? She steps over debris.
Their superior blocked their way and loosed upon them this poison gas, killing his own men.
Oh, dicks, man. Bodies stare up at her from unblinking eyes.
What kind of enemy am I soon to face, Agnes?
Art thou afraid? must have spoken much, Marie. I shall not leave thee. I am listening. Only I yet hear not thy voice. Dost thou recall the day we hid together in the catacombs of the manor? Thou said unto me, thou feared not the ghostly tales thy grandmother once spake. Thou saidst thou were a devil more terrifying than any tale. But on that night thy breath did tremble. Thou wert afraid.
She halts at the descending
That
stairway.
was not the thing of which I was afraid, Agnes.
Once again, she realizes her words cannot reach beyond the heavy rock above. From the depths of that pitch-black void, something waits, stretching out sharp black claws.
I worry for thee, Marie. The path that thou dost walk holdeth no light. I can feel thee growing ever more distant from me. Whatsoever it is, whatever thou dost wish to do, I know thou art determined to see it to its end. But I pray thee, make haste and come unto us soon, wilt thou? Jusqu'à ce moment-là.
Until that time, I shall pray for thy soul. Waves of cold stone scrape over her skin as she readies herself for battle, then begins her journey down. In a brief lull between volleys, Yermolai appears to... What? In a brief lull between volleys, Yermolai returns to the trenches. It's little trouble to find his commander in a sea of gray uniforms.
To summarize, your troops must stay in place for the time being. We made contact with the other side. They'll cooperate with you to create a fire network against the enemy.
Let's hope they do cooperate.
Nice. They will.
Manus Vindicte has waged war against all humankind. We must work together if we're to get through this.
Eric knocks his helmet with frustration as he leaves, chafing against his orders, burdened by the lives placed in his care, wishing now more than ever that he was just a soldier again. Yermolai steps forward.
So, you're the commander too now, huh?
All I did was convince them to work with the Foundation.
But you don't represent the Foundation. Not without proper authorization for your plan.
Oh, shut up with
The
that
soldiers are
bureaucratic
desperate.
nonsense.
I won't hesitate to do what I must to restore their hope. What's the status on your mission?
The gargoyle's en route to the target location as we speak. Conservative estimates that she'll take another hour to get there.
Hound's voice comes out low and hoarse.
But who knows what she'll come up against. She might not make it.
Unusual for you to show compassion in such a moment.
It just brings back unpleasant memories. You know what I'm talking about, Chris.
That wolfish grin returns to the Hound's face, and Kratos ignores it once more.
Then we'll wait one more hour. The Foundation's reinforcements will likely have arrived by then. Should it come to it, we will regroup and consider our next steps with them.
Huh. If there really are reinforcements, that is.
They're launching a second offensive! Hold your ground!
Send in the Timekeeper's team for reinforcements.
There are many routes to travel, but only one destination.
My sight is front to the right.
Agreed. Taking a peek inside.
This is now.
This will help. Our victory comes in the tide of blood. Become clear.
A shot hit. Now is the time for repentance.
Rotten luck!
I hope it's not good luck.
Cleansing your thoughts. Close your eyes. It will all be over soon.
I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky.
Battles have little meaning, save for the prizes to be won.
Charred earth splinters in the air, falling like black snow over the battlefield. The soldiers reel from another shockwave, scattered across the trenches. They grip their weapons tight, certain only of the coming battle. His index finger taps his rifle's receiver with anticipation.
Finally.
Scattered across the trenches, they grip their weapons tight, certain only of the coming battle. His index finger taps his rifle's receiver with anticipation. He pulls out his communicator again and waits. The name Irinai appears on screen.
Craeus, are you still on the front?
Yes, Mr. Irinai, but I don't think we can hold out much longer. Has the committee reached a decision?
Not yet. The debate is still ongoing. The Doves find your frontline contingency plan absurd. They disapprove of the political risks involved in taking control of various nations' armies. But I personally find it feasible. Just to be sure, do you have a clear understanding of your ultimate goal?
He takes a deep, silent breath.
This war between Manus Vindictae and the Foundation will only end once one of the two parties is completely destroyed. And I refuse to let it be the Foundation. If we're to prevail, the Foundation cannot rely on Xeno alone. We need more capable soldiers. Soldiers like these on the front lines. With the proper arrangements, we may be able to recruit them to our cause. We'd have a whole new army to fight Manus Vindictae.
But even if you manage to bring them all, say, 100,000 soldiers on board, it still won't be enough to sustain modern warfare.
This is about the bigger strategic picture, not just a single recruitment effort. I'm suggesting that the Foundation start canvassing all human armies, especially those under attack by the Manus.
Bigger strategic picture. What about the governments behind these armies? Have you considered how they might react?
It's about time they realize that the Foundation is their only hope. The last bastion for humanity to unite against their shared enemy. The Foundation cannot take responsibility for all the lives in this era or in any other. The storm is a near inevitability, and so too is the loss of many. Once it does come, the Manus won't hesitate to drag war into that new era, into any new era. It's time the Foundation took action and built an army capable of crossing the storm.
The politician on the other end falls into a long silence.
Enact your plan, Craeus. As long as you're successful on your end, I will deal with the political obstacles in your way.
Call is cut. Craeus exhales.
What next, sir?
The young soldier watches Craeus, waiting for orders with a dutiful stare. He casts a look toward Hill 299. The Manus Vindictae stronghold bristles with flashes of gunfire, yet to him it looks as if it were a slumbering
stand our
beast.
ground for an hour.
Yet to him it looks as if it were a slumbering beast. Okay, yeah. We stand our ground for an hour. Okay. Let's see if we make it. Though Agnes's voice has vanished, the sharp ringing in her ears remains.
What's that sound?
She casts more attention in the direction of the source of the sound, and the darkness is sliced like a curtain. A shadow that shouldn't be there is lurking behind a piece of wreckage. He lies prone, using bloodied fingers to scrawl erratic symbols across the ground. As the intruder draws near, he slowly raises his head.
Oh, it's you.
You murderer! You murdered me! You murdered Colton! You murdered Organ too! You devil! You murderous demon!
I have no qualms in doing so again.
I'll have to come back to this later, guys. It's time for me to go. We're gonna be cooking stuff downstairs, so yeah, I gotta go. I really want to finish this. This sucks. There's just like 2 little parts left, but unfortunately, it's we're having our Thanksgiving today, so I gotta kind of head downstairs and start getting ready to cook stuff. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Tomorrow we will finish this right away, and then we'll go from there. This story has been awesome. Love it. So cool. So I'm excited to see the rest, but unfortunately we'll just have to wait. I'm kind of bummed that I'm gonna have to wait for it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope everything goes well. Hope you have some good football or whatnot going on today, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Neptorka out. See you guys.